All right, welcome back to another season prediction video. This time, the Buffalo Bills.
You know, these tight ends, they can do it all.
Last year, the Bills were third place in their division, went 7-8 or 7-9, I believe, or 8-8, one of the two. And although the Bills improved their defense through the draft, their number one pick is still questionable to play the season, and Shaq Lawson, so they might just lose Shaq Lawson for his rookie season, if I remember correctly.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense.
I think the Bills are not quite ready to contend inside the AFC East yet, but
first down at the 17.
Although they are a good overall team, the offense is still not ready. With LeSean McCoy potentially not playing at all, or ever again, because he beat up some cop or some shit. I don't know.
The way offenses are designed and the rules of the NFL, it makes guys like him almost unstoppable.
Second down and 5.
Not Shady McCoy's best day. So, Buffalo Bills, this class last year, I say the same thing this year. They will not make the playoffs.
That's a really good job by the running back.
Overall, I have them going 7-9 again. Mostly because the offense is still not on the level that it needs to be on.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they
pick up that they will win. I believe they will beat Baltimore week 1.
And it'll work.
Although Baltimore has some issues with, quarterbacking because of injuries, I believe that. But Baltimore is still not a very good team overall. The defense is old. They don't have much to really build around there. I think they lost Courtney Upshaw. Offensively, they're good, but at wide receiver, again, there's not much there. So, although Baltimore does have some of the other pieces to build around, I'll get to them when I get to the
field. He just couldn't pull the trigger and let it go.
I say that Buffalo's overall better team. Then, week 4. This is, if Tom Brady's suspension is upheld and he doesn't play those first 4 games, Buffalo will take that victory. In my opinion, I have to change out Shady McCoy because I don't think he's going to play. Okay. So, if Brady doesn't play, Buffalo wins the game. I think their defense will be, too much for Jimmy Garoppolo or Jacoby Brissett, whoever they start to handle, especially being, one of their first starts.
Nice run that time.
I truly don't believe that the Buffalo defense can break under the pressure of a rookie quarterback.
No doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Then I have them beating the Rams.
Shotgun formation.
I can't remember if this game is in Los Angeles.
Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Taylor's able to get outside the pocket.
I'm going to go for that one. That's not really.
And it's a good job getting outside the pocket, but there's nowhere to throw it. The pass is incomplete.
Jared Goff supposedly has been having struggles in training camp, learning the offense and getting used to the speed. So, I think that I don't think he's performed well against one of the top 10 defense.
Third short, he just gets it done with sheer
willpower. Next, San Francisco. Same thing. I don't think San Francisco is a good enough offensive team to compete with the Bills' defense at this point.
There to meet him.
Always good to have these types of runs.
And moving on to Miami, same thing.
It shows everybody that
Miami's
you can
offense
run it when
is
you want
not
to,
very
and
good.
Also, it opens up
there is a chance that Miami ends up being as good as they should have been this year. Last year, technically.
after a gain of 9.
And really show up and,
Williams
you know,
is a very smart runner. He knows
be
situations
good.
in the game. He saw the first
So
down
we will
yard
see with
markers,
Miami,
and
but
what does he do? He gets
I don't
past
think
them
they
and
are,
picks up the first down.
at least I don't think they're
Another
contenders,
running play.
but I think that Adam Gase will
He's
show
now
that he
averaging
can
6
definitely
yards
run
a
a
carry
team.
on the day.
Williams is a dangerous runner when
Then
you give him room to run. But
they
there
entered
is
a bye
no
week
room
at
this time.
5-4.
What a job by the defense. They bottled him
Then
up for a
they
short
catch a
gain.
whole bunch of losses, which I'll get to in a moment, with 2 final wins to end the season against Cleveland.
It's
Again,
now
Cleveland's a
2nd down
joke.
and 7
I don't think they're going to be
after the
good
3-yard
at all.
rush.
At all. And their second win against Miami.
And he finds Sammy
So,
Watkins.
the games I've done losing. The first game against the Jets. The Jets are a much better team regardless of who the Jets play at quarterback, whether if they get Fitzpatrick in there or Geno Smith ends up playing. I don't think it really matters too much who they start.
The Ravens
Arizona.
lined up in the nickel.
Arizona's going to be a top 5 team.
The Bills
I
have
think
it at the
Arizona
44.
is incredible. Why did
And
he
he's
stop?
going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. This will take all the
Make
leg
this?
strength he
Oh,
can muster.
shit, I can't make this. Okay,
The field goal attempt is good.
then
It's good.
I have them winning 4 in a row. Then with their first loss to New England. I think that Buffalo will win 1, lose 1 to New England. This is with Brady back. And honestly, when Brady does come back, if he doesn't, you know, if the suspension's upheld, which it should be, I think it's a joke that it's kind of a debate at this point. If it was any other team, it wouldn't be a debate. And this is the first of
First
a
down at the
whole
20.
lot of losses for the Bills in the middle of the season here.
Tries to get the feet down, but this will be ruled incomplete.
Coming up next is Seattle. I think Seattle, again, very good team.
Before we go
Offensively,
any further, they're going to take another
very,
look at the
very
last
good.
play.
Defensively,
There's no
still one of the
question he
top,
caught the ball,
one of the
but
top
there is
units
a
in the
question
NFL.
whether or not he got both feet
Then
in
their
bounds.
bye week.
First
Then
off,
coming
you
up
want to
next
make
is
sure it's a
Cincinnati.
clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have
I don't think they
possession
beat
of the football?
Cincinnati. Cincinnati
And
is a
then
very
once you
well-rounded
declare he has
team,
possession
one of the best teams
football,
in the AFC.
Let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and
Jacksonville.
don't forget, you
Again,
must-
I think
must
Jacksonville will be
maintain
a
possession of the
contender
football
this coming
as you go
season.
to the ground.
Underneath,
For the
but can't
playoffs at
find the
least,
mark that
but
time as the pass goes incomplete.
I think Jacksonville is overall the better team,
This will be 2nd
and
down.
also momentum will come into play at this point. Next is Oakland. Again, Oakland will be one of the
Got a
top
flag
teams
down
in
here.
the AFC this year. So I can see
Defense was
Oakland
trying to
having
guess
a
the
very
snap
good
count,
record,
and it cost them there.
which I'll get to. Then their last loss on this streak comes to Pittsburgh. Again, Pittsburgh is a extremely good team offensively, and I think that defense will at this point have meshed together well enough to, you know,
The Ravens take it from the
to help
43.
them contend for a
It's
title.
caught
The
by
offense is
Benjamin
obviously
Watson.
going to be there, but the
They come
defense
to
just
the
has to
line of
mesh with,
scrimmage.
you know,
First down.
just has to be better.
Always try to save the timeout
Then
or
their
timeouts
last 2
when you
wins of the
can, and
season
one
come
way
in
to do it
Cleveland and
is go
Miami,
to
or
hurry
2
up
Cleveland
offense.
and
Good job.
Miami.
And he just tosses it incomplete.
And their last loss of the season comes to the New York Jets.
Coming to the line at the 48.
Same thing as before. I think the Jets are a very good,
The
well-rounded
Bills with a
team.
nickel look here on defense.
So the Bills finishing at 7-9 leads them to be the 3rd place team in the AFC East
Flacco's got it. in
and missing the
gun.
playoffs by about 3 games, I
Intercepted.
believe. Not 3, 2 games.
The Bills put some points on the board on their
So,
previous possession, but
all
it was
those
just a
being
field
said,
goal. They'll be
let's
looking
get
to
into
add
some
more
bold
right here.
predictions.
Yeah, they will. And,
Starting with
listen,
the quarterback
talk
position.
about touchdown
This one
drives.
is
You have
not
kick
going
the
to
field
be
goal. What does that
about
mean?
the
That
starter
means you
too
failed
much.
on third down.
I'm going to
Just
say
not a good play on third down. They gotta do better
E.J.
in that
Manuel
situation.
does not
If
make the
they do,
roster,
that's going to lead to 7
and
points.
that
The slant
Cardell
route
Jones
made
will start
famous
at
by the
least
West
3
Coast
games due to
offense,
injury
something that
because of Tyrod
really, I
Taylor.
thought came in the league when Bill Walsh started with the 49ers in 1979.
Gets it out for the
All right.
completion.
Next,
Williams
running back,
brought down after
Carlos
picking up
Williams
11 on this play.
will start the entire
What a nice
season,
catch by the receiver. Getting past
and he
the
will
yard
have
markers,
a
makes the catch, and
Pro
gets the
Bowl,
first down.
Pro Bowl
First down
worthy
here after
season.
the completion.
He will not make the Pro Bowl, but he will have one good enough to make it.
Muscles through the defender.
Next, wide receiver, Leonard Hankerson will be the top receiver on this team. He will have more yards than all the other receivers, including Charles Clay. As Sammy Watkins has another slow start to the season and can't rebound quick enough to catch up to Leonard Hankerson.
The Bills call a timeout. They're first.
Then we move to the defensive side of the ball. Starting with...
This will be a 38-yard field goal attempt.
Sorry about that. I had to check my phone. Starting with the defensive line and not Shaq Lawson, because I believe that Marcel Darius will have a...
Good job by the field goal kicker that time. Nice job by the
He will have an all-pro for the season. He will record 10 plus sacks,
gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can
about,
hold the football this
I'm going to say
time,
17 and a half tackles for a loss.
About it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it
and
over, right,
one
Jim? That's what they,
interception.
the coaches, look, you make mistakes on the field, they're going to get, they're
and
going
again,
to be forgiving to a
bold
point, but you got to
predictions.
be smart.
They're not supposed to be, you know, logical.
Takes the knee.
So, then the defensive back. I say Stephon Gilmore makes the All-Pro team.
Defensive battle on our hands, and
I say Marcel Darius has an All-Pro worthy season,
with this kick,
but
the
Stephon Gilmore makes the All-Pro team.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20.
And that's pretty much it for my bold predictions. I don't really have much else, so I will just cut the video here. I mean, I don't have any reason to drag this on any longer than I have to.
He takes the snap.
Oh, okay. So for now, oh yeah, coming up next will be the Denver Broncos. So stay tuned for that. But for now, this is Jay Wax signing off.